Welcome to the Feline News Network. I'm your host, Neelix, and here we are with our #1 bestseller business book reporter, Leela. Why, thank you, Neelix. Our next guest is one of our favorite humans. You bet, he feeds us. We welcome Dr. Rick Brinkman, author of the McGraw-Hill book, Dealing with Meetings You Can't Stand. Meet less and do more.
Well, thank you, Neelix. Leela, it's good to be back.
Dr. Rick, I just have to say, since last you were here, we implemented your process, and overnight, no more hissing, growling, cats leaving with tails all puffed up.
Well, thanks. That's great to hear.
Yes, in fact, we have done more in less time with a lot more purring. So tell us, you're the co-author of the book Dealing with People You Can't Stand, which is in its 3rd edition, millions of copies, 25 languages. In that book, you outline typical behaviors like know-it-alls, whiners, yes people. Tell us, what is the need for the book on meetings?
Yeah, in People You Can't Stand, we described a number of behaviors, and all of those are going to be disruptive in a meeting. But what really has to happen is we need a strategy in place that prevents them from going there in the first place.
We only have a short time to commercial. Can you briefly brief us on how the process prevents these behaviors?
Here's 3 aspects of it. First of all, you need air traffic control. There's got to be a speaking order. It could be voluntary or circular. I go into detail when to use which. But if you have a speaking order, suddenly you're going to hear from everybody. Your assertive people will not be over-dominant, and your passive people will not drop out. Then there's always a time limit to speak, let's say 2 minutes in a discussion, so no one can take you down any tangents. Then another aspect of air traffic control is a focus. What is the topic on the floor right now, and what is our process? How are we talking about it? And in addition, on the agenda, there's a statement of purpose, 2 lines, why is this important, and a statement of what do you want from me? How should I orient myself to whatever this topic is? That keeps everybody on course.
Tell everyone about flight recording. Yes, that was huge for us.
And this is when we summarize in a visual manner what everyone is saying. So we might have a PowerPoint slide projected, and whatever people contribute gets summarized as a bullet point. Now, you ever hear somebody repeat themselves at a meeting? When a meeting is conducted in an auditory manner and there is no visual flight recording, if I have a concept that I feel is important to the group mind, I'm going to say it over and over again as a way of keeping it in people's awareness. But if it gets summarized on a slide and I see it, you see it, 5 minutes later it's still there. And that's the power of visual communication. It's twofold. One is it remains over time, so that wipes out a lot of repetition at meetings. And then secondly, you start to see totality. As everybody starts contributing, we start to see that we're all putting in pieces of this bigger puzzle, and this brings a group to what I call holographic thinking. And these 2 things will wipe out all these difficult behaviors at a meeting.
Thank you, Dr. Rick. It was a pleasure, and we'll have you back.
I look forward to it.
Coming up next, cats with smushed faces complain of being stopped and questioned. Are Persians being profiled?